Okay, good day everyone. If you are DBAs or developers, and especially if you work with multiple languages, then this session is for you. I will start with the announcement. Azure Database and SQL Server 2019 introduce new feature support for UTF-8 encoding. And I want to tell you, this is really a game changer, especially for developers. In the next 15 minutes or so, I will show you why, how to implement it, when and for whom. My name is Ronen Arieli. I'm from Israel. I'm a senior consultant, and one of my main field of interest is architecture. And architecture is basically all about decisions. And now that Microsoft added the support for UTF-8, we have more parameters to take into consideration when we need to choose which encoding we want to use and which data type best fit for our needs. Before I go to the practical part, I need some concept that we need to understand. So let's start with the term character. Characters are logical entities which we as people use, but computers actually use encoded values, which is a set of zeros and one. And in order to map between the characters and the encoded values, we use code points, which is a range of numbers. Character set is a group of characters which are mapped to a range of code points. And the character encoding is the algorithm that we use in order to encode the code points. So now that we have the concept, we can go to the main question. Why do we need UTF-8? And what's new in SQL Server 2019? So let's remember what happened before 2019. The data type and the character set and the encoding are all tied together. For example, if you want to use multiple languages, then you want to use Unicode. You don't have any other choice. And before 2019, this means that you must use specific data types. You cannot use, for example, a char or a varchar. When we use different data types together, for example, you have a query that use char together with nchar, then you might get unexpected result, poor performance, because we have to do convert. Basically, we suffer from incompatibility. More than this, UTF-8 is the formal encoding for any web application. And it is basically recommended for any application. It is officially recommended for marked up languages like XML. And most of the operating system today use UTF-8 as the default encoding. And this means that if we have a different encoding in the host and in the SQL Server and in the external application, you will probably feel or get a lot of errors like gibberish text. This is something that any developer that works with a multiple language familiar with. You go to the website and you get gibberish text. It's always related to encoding. Let's speak about another parameter. So I already mentioned compatibility, which is a huge advantage using UTF-8. But there is another parameter that you need to take into consideration, and this is the size. When we are using the old UCS2 encoding, then the server needs to use 2 bytes for each character. If we are using UTF-16, we basically use extension of UCS2. So for the lower range of code points, we get exactly the same encoding like UCS2. For the extended range, we are using 2 values of UCS2, which means that before 2019, if we are using Unicode, we always need to use 2 bytes or 4 bytes to represent each character. So what's new? Let's go from the other side and speak about the size first. Because UTF-8 provides a flexible size. It can use 1 byte to 4 bytes, according to what we actually need in order to represent the encoded value. What about compatibility? UTF-8 is the standard, we said. We have full compatibility. So forget about issues like gibberish text, and you have a very simple way to work with the developers directly from the data in the SQL Server. There is in my opinion, one of the biggest advantage is that UTF-8 implemented using data types like char and varchar. And we can move to the question of how to implement it. Okay, let's say that we know that we need to use it. You probably think that the next 15 minutes I will talk about how, but you will not believe how simple it is. I only need 1 sentence to tell you. In order to implement UTF-8, you only need to choose a collect which support UTF-8. So let's remember how SQL Server configure the encoding that it uses. There are 2 parameters that SQL Server uses. First of all is the data type, and the second is the collect that we are using. If you are using data types like nchar, nvarchar, then the encoding will be UCS2 or UTF-16. You do not control about it. But if you are using data types like varchar or char, then the encoding is configured according to the code page of the collect that you use. So let's say 1 sentence. What is collect? A collect is basically a set of properties which tell the server how to use the data. For example, one of the properties is how to sort the data. And one of the properties is what is the code page of the data, which is basically the encoding. If you will execute this query, for example, then if you use Azure Database or SQL Server 2019, you will get a lot of collection which we don't have before it. The main issue that we have with the version before 2019 is that we simply don't have a collection that support UTF-8. This query returns the set of collections that you have in the instance and several of the properties. And how we implement it, as I said, it's a simple collect. You implement it like any collect that you use. You use simple data type like char and varchar, and you can configure the collect in the database level or in the column level, for example. So this is all the magic. And now we can speak about, okay, so when to use it. This is the decision that we need to use. What the advantages we already saw. We spoke about compatibility, and now I want to focus on another parameter. I mentioned it. You need to take it into consideration when you choose which encoding you want to use, the old UTF-16 or the new UTF-8. And this is the size. You need to remember that size of the encoded value is directly related to performance, because the size of the data tell us how amount of I/O we need to read or write in the disk. The size of the data is directly related to the amount of memory that we need, and the size can even be related to the CPU. For example, if you use compression, if you need to use a lot of convert between types. So it's very important to understand what impact the size. And this table summarizes the size of the encoded values using the old UTF-16 comparing to the new UTF-8. So let's assume you already decided that you need to use Unicode because you're using multiple languages. You can notice that in the table we have 4 ranges of code points. If you use only character in one of those ranges, so the decision is very simple, because each range has a specific encoding that you know will provide a smaller size. For example, if you use only English characters, all the English characters are in the first range. And this means that using the new encoding, you can save 50% of the size of the data, because we need to use only half of the size for each character. But in real life, this is not the case. In real life, we probably use characters from different ranges. So the decision should be made based on the percentage or the amount of character that you estimate you will have in each range. I created this small tool using Excel. You can download it after. It can help you. You just put your estimated amount of character for each range or the percentage, and it will give you the recommendation regarding which encoding will use smaller size. Okay, now we don't have time for doing a real demo. I cannot execute query, but I cannot leave you without a practical scenario. So I want to go over at least one case and to show you what is going up when we go to the real life. Let's talk about forum. Let's assume that we are now developing a forum. And the question that I will ask you, and I will answer it, is which encoding and which data types should we use for the messages in the forum? The simplest scenario, first of all, let's talk about forum that meant to use only by English speakers. So you know that everyone will write in the forum in English. The question that we need to think, should we use extended ASCII or we need to use Unicode? You think about which is better? Extended ASCII will only need to use 1 byte for each character. So it sounds like perfect solution, like we had before 2019. But this is not the real case. In real life, when you have a forum, you actually want to add an emoji, for example. You want to add something more to the plain text. And even if you want to add 1 character which is outside the range of extended ASCII, you must use Unicode. So the real question in application like this is which encoding we need to use, because we will need to use Unicode anyway. And now that I need to ask you which encoding will be better in this scenario. So you remember the ranges? English characters are all in the first range, and this means that if I'm using this for an English forum, basically it's very simple to understand that using the new encoding, you can save half of the size for all the English characters. So this is the answer for the first scenario. But what about a different scenario? What about forum for Chinese, for example? Chinese characters are in the third range. In the third range, the new encoding requires to use a bigger data size. So which encoding should we use, the old one or the new one? And basically, in first glance, everyone say, okay, let's use the old one with a safe data. But again, this is not a real case. This is the interface of the forum. It gives us a lot of options to format the text. In real life, when we develop a forum, we probably want to add some format. We want, for example, to add header. We want to add some text to make it bigger, smaller, put it in the center, or when we need to celebrate the SQL Server release yesterday, so we must add some colors. And when you do all this, this is what you get behind the skin. The server actually needs to store all the value, which include all the HTML, all the CSS code that related to the format of the text. And if you will see at the bottom, there is a table that summarizes the amount of character and the size. You will see that we are using here 642 characters, only because all the HTML, and only 6 out of those are in Chinese. So even so, when we use an application for Chinese, you can see that the difference is almost half the size if we are using the new encoding. This gives you a demo of how the decisions are not so simple. They can be a bit more complex. You need to take all the parameters of what will be actually stored in the database, and then you can go and use the right encoding. And I can tell you, if I need to summarize everything in one sentence, I think that UTF-8 is, it works. I asked for this feature more than 10 years ago, and basically I'm already using it as a default encoding for text in both Azure Database and in SQL Server 2019. If there are questions, I think that we have time for one question. Okay, we have time for half a question. So what we'll do, you have here a link to the documentation, and you can find me in the SQL Server 2019 booth or in the managed instant booth. You are welcome to come. You can find me during all the event. Ask questions about SQL Server, about Azure Database, Azure in general. I would happy to answer. And you can contact me after the event as well through Facebook or LinkedIn. And you are welcome to contact. So thank you for coming to the UTF-8 session.